There was a time where we can go out and we can be free and show our pretty faces and our beautiful hairstyles. But now, this is the new normal.
This is LifeStyles Live, where we're leading the nation in providing help, hope, and transformation.
Numerous events around Maryland, including my favorite hobby, shopping, has been postponed as the number of positive coronavirus cases continue to rise in the state and around the world. The county has looked this lonely since businesses, malls, entertainment, schools, and places of worship have declared closed until further notice since March 16th. Charles County government continues to work with the health department to closely monitor the health crisis associated with COVID-19. Only places which are considered essential, such as the grocery stores, can open until a certain time with restrictions. It really feels strange walking in the grocery store and people are trying to avoid eye contact, or conversation with anyone. Speaking of conversation, let's check in with our host, Jasmine Waring, to see how she's dealing with this pandemic.
I found this is a time that has really helped people to have more empathy for others, because this is a situation that we're dealing with that has nothing to do with anything. Nobody did anything to be in the situation that they're in, and it has no preference for your age, your status, your friends, your beliefs, values. Many of us have been home for about a month, and for me, it's just been a time where I've taken the opportunity to be still and reflect, spend a lot more time with my family, spend a lot more time outside. Like right now, I'm on a bench walking the dog. But I found that just getting out of the house, of course, still keeping my distance. And so I do try to spend more time outside, even if it's just exercising in my front yard or in a larger area close to our house, but still, of course, socially distant from other people. Yoga by myself. My husband and I exercise together a lot, but in those times where I've taken the time to just be still and silence the thoughts and by no choice, silence the to-do list. We're so busy all the time, and what I found is every weekend we've got a long to-do list, different activities, whether that's sports or community stuff or family visits. There's always a long list of things to do on the weekend where I don't usually get the time to just be still and just be, rather than continuing to do, just taking the time to be. And that's kind of where I am with things right now.
So Jasmine, it's been fun spending time with our families, but are we all really getting along? And do you have any suggestions on how we should spend our time, or maybe reevaluating some things?
I was fortunate to start a new role recently. Before they start training us on all the company materials and products and what I'm going to be selling, they really talked about having a vision, sharing the vision for what the company is and what they stand for and what they want to do, and making sure that everybody understands that, but also has their own. And I thought that was really valuable. It's actually called a V2 Mom, which is vision, values, methods, obstacles, and measures. And what I liked about it was, as I'm still learning, like I'm totally still learning about it and reading about it and haven't done it for that role yet, but I thought it was really valuable because it's something that could be applied to life, because it's really like a vision statement. And, for me, I thought that was a really cool approach to it, because you don't have to be a business person or anything like that, but just really take the time to be still. And if ever there's a great opportunity to just be still and reflect on the vision that you have for your life and what you want.
That's interesting, because I've actually heard of V2 Mom. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Vision is, what do you want to accomplish? And thinking forward, like, what do you want to accomplish for your life. You know, it's a personal vision statement, you know, and that's something, of course, should be bold, you know, something that inspires you, maybe even scares you a little bit, but a big, bold vision statement just to paint the picture and be very clear in the statement of what you want for your life. You know, what do you want to accomplish? And it should be short, maybe like 1 to 3 sentences is what they're saying. Second V is values. Like, what values are really important for that vision? You know, is it dedication? Is it commitment? Is it integrity? You know, it totally depends on what your vision statement is. But the second V is values. What values are going to be most important in achieving that vision? Next was methods. To write it out in a bullet point format. You know, what methods, like what steps, what action steps are necessary to help move you towards that vision. And this is a 1-year thing, is what they were saying as I was reading it. So what methods over the course of the next year are necessary to help reach that vision? And they say to put it in order, like the most important methods at the top, just to help you stay focused, you know, when you come back to it. Then O is obstacles. What challenges may you face as you're working to bring that vision to fruition, to bring that vision to life? What obstacles? Write them down so you can know ahead of time. You know, you can address ahead of time what you're up against, or think of some ways that you may overcome those obstacles or get support that you need to help you. And the last one is measures. Measures, meaning how will you know if you accomplished it? And that's the thing that's got to be very specific. Measures, you can also kind of think of it like SMART goals. Measures is something that's very specific, like did you or did you not take this free online course? So not start studying or not do better, not learn more, but specifically take this online course or get this certification. That way, when you're looking back a year later, it's measurable. Did you do it or did you not? You maybe it's a financial goal, you know, cut financial debt down by this much, you know, and that way it's very clear to measure, did you do it or did you not? So it wouldn't be something soft like, you know, lower debt, but make it more specific so that it's measurable. So again, at the end of the year, you know very clearly if you did it or if you didn't. So again, it's called a V2 Mom: vision, values, methods, obstacles, and measures. I just thought I was pretty fortunate to be in a place where what I'm learning there is applicable to real life, you know?
I know you have a family of 4 plus a doggy. How are you all dealing with the lockdown?
Life has just slowed down a lot for us because we don't have a choice, but there's been a lot of good that has come through that. That is just the quality time that we've had to just be and reflect and to spend with each other, you know? My daughter and I had a quote-unquote spa day where we pulled out some old nail polish from our closet, from the linen closet, and we did each other's pedicures and manicures, you know, just sitting, having girl time, watching them do their new way of learning. You know, they're still learning, but it's in a different way. You know, they're connecting with their teacher via Zoom. You know, my husband and I do driveway workouts. He exercises a lot. I exercise a decent amount, but we've definitely kind of created this habit of doing driveway workouts. And so probably 3, 4, 5 days a week, we work out together outside. I just hope this is a time where we can come together, help one another, and come out of this better than we came in, you know, maybe with a renewed vision for our lives, whether that's in the form of a V2 Mom or a vision board. I feel like I've had a conversation about a vision board several times this week, just to kind of help friends and family refocus their thoughts and not get so bogged down by what's going on with the virus, but to take this as an opportunity and a gift to really refocus on the vision of what we want for our lives and how we want to be of benefit to others, and just paint the picture for our future.
Technology has created a way for us to continue social distancing while following orders. This brings us back to Jasmine and her interview with our LifeStyles client. Let's take a look.
Hello, everyone. This is a little bit unique. Jasmine coming via Zoom today. And the whole purpose of today's conversation is we wanted to, spotlight people, highlight what's going on in our community, highlight what's going on with people in general, but also since COVID-19 and how things are going, how things are different. And our guest for today has been featured in LifeStyles magazine in recent past, so his face may be familiar to some of you, but for many of you, maybe not. And so Dante Varney, welcome, Dante.
Thank you.
Dante, let's just start by, can you just introduce yourself, tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Dante Varney. I've been a resident of Charles County mostly all my life. I was born in DC, raised in Charles County. I grew up in Charles County Public Schools, graduated from Thomas Stone High School in 2008. I've been a client with LifeStyles maybe 5-6 years now. So I've been part of the Safe Nights program. Now I'm at the Fuller House Transitional Housing.
Okay.
And recently I just got approved for my housing voucher and eventually moving on to my own place.
Awesome. Good for you. I'm sure you're excited.
Definitely, yes.
So how are you doing just in general?
So far, so good. My mental health is doing really well.
Yeah.
And we're here at where I live at is a big house of men. So we're family. We're very close. We talk, we laugh, we just have fun.
Good. That's good to hear.
Yes.
And how would you say you're doing as it relates to COVID? Is your life the same, or have things changed since the COVID-19 pandemic?
Things have changed because I'm a social butterfly. So I'm always out and about having fun with my friends and family, going out to eat, movies, things like that. And now I'm just stuck in the house like, okay, video chat is fun, but it's not really cool. I want to go out and actually have fun.
Yeah. I think we've kind of forgotten. I won't say we've forgotten, but we took for granted, the simple things like going out and interacting with people in person,
Yeah, I'll have lunch dates and dinner dates over Zoom. We'll be eating together. We're not together, but at least on the video, we can have our lunch dates and have our conversations, things like that.
Yeah, good. Yeah. And what about the other men with you at the Fuller House? Is everybody doing pretty well?
Everything's pretty well.
Good.
Thank God COVID-19 hasn't hit the house yet, so staff is doing what they need to do to protect us and things like that. So we're just watching TV, playing cards, eating all day, and just having fun.
Good. And we'll keep that out of there. It hasn't hit it and it's not going to. Everybody's going to be good.
Yes.
So have you gotten any opportunity to kind of reflect? I know some people, myself included, have kind of taken some time to just be still since COVID and reflect on kind of, what I want in the future, or things that I may do the same or different as a result of this whole pandemic and being home this amount of time. Have you considered anything about after this is all over, what you may do the same or what you may do differently?
Well, since the social distancing, I have got more deep into my spirituality, doing journals, daily devotions that I were doing before, but now I'm doing them more often, like I should. Mm-hmm. So that's a big thing for me is journaling and devotions for my spirituality. Yes.
Yeah, good. Have you felt like it's helped you to feel more at ease, or how's it making you feel?
Definitely at ease, because I have anxiety and things like that. So being anxious all the time and worried about family and friends that I can't see, wondering where's everybody at, are they doing okay, and things like that. So I've been at ease lately. Yes. Good.
And it's so ironic because it's something that none of us have ever been through, a pandemic like this, but it's got all of us just be taking that time to be still, kind of because we don't have a choice,
Basically, yes.
I get it. So let me ask you this. As far as ideas, if you had any, what burning ideas or thoughts would you like to share with the community or the world around you?
So basically the thing I would tell to the world is no matter what you go through in life, always keep the faith, live with hope, and love. Love your family more, love your friends more, keep them close to you, because you never know what could ever happen. So that's what I leave for the world and friends. Yes.
I hope more people do that, take the time like you have to kind of just take this opportunity to reflect, and really share ideas that can help us all to be better, with a closer, that's more loving, more compassionate, understanding.
Since you have started co-hosting the LifeStyles live show, how have you been enjoying it?
Yeah, I have. It's been a great experience because, what I've come to realize as I've gotten more active in the community is that there's a subset of people who are all very active in the community, but then there's also people who love Charles County, but just have no idea of some of the things that are going on. And so it's been tough to fit it into the schedule, but it's been a great experience because it really does give a new platform to shine a light on it. And, a lot of people commute out of the county for work and just don't have the time to necessarily commit. But what's kind of the light in the storm of COVID is we're doing more of this, virtual interactions. So I see that it's given the platform for LifeStyles or LifeStyles Live to really be able to reach more people. It really can help people to see what's going on in our community, how they can help. And if my help at this time is just by shining a light on it.
Yes. As an advocate for the homeless, as me, I've working with Ms. Washington and county leaders to fight for the homeless in the county. If I could help everyone, I could. If I could, I would. If I could feed the whole Italian place, I would, the whole entire place.
Yeah.
Like I have friends that's on the streets that's intense. They call me, tell me they're hungry. We pray, we talk. I feed them if I can. But if I could just save Charles County by myself, I wish I could.
Wow. Well, you know what? You never know what opportunities will present themselves for you in the future, because that opportunity might be coming back to you and you might be doing that, That's real, very real, because I know a lot of people who do some of the best work in the community. It comes from a place of inspiration because of where they've been, and where they are now. And it's an opportunity to kind of appreciate that and pay it forward, by reaching back and helping others as well. And so, I hope you do get that opportunity, and I'm sure nobody's going to have to hold you to it because you're just going to do it.
Yes, I'm out and do it. And now with me transitioning to stable housing, I can do more than what I want. I can do more now with the community than I can before.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you. Do you know when you're going to be moving yet?
I'm not sure. The housing voucher is on the way here to the transitional house. And I just put an application in today for a property over there in Waldorf on Smallwood Gardens. Okay. So right now it's just a waiting game.
Okay. Cool. Well, we're looking forward to celebrating with you.
Yes.
Keep us posted. I'm sure you'll be in more contact with Ms. Washington than you will be with me. But we're Facebook friends, so keep posted. I'll be looking for it so I can celebrate with you.
Thank you, Ms. Waring.
Thank you for that interview, Jasmine. Although we're unable to be with each other in the studio, we can still check in with our community and each other. Here's Gina reflecting on her new normal.
So I think actually I'm more anxious about not what's going on right now and the restrictions I have right now, but it's when we go to reopen and attempt some sense of normalcy, because we have to rely on common sense, and not just our own, but the common sense of others. And if I were sick with the flu, you wouldn't want to be near me, and you would expect me to stay home, and the people that take care of me or do my hair would not want me near them because they wouldn't want to get sick and take it home to their families. So I'm anxious about other people because other people's behavior can impact my health and well-being. And I see people in the news protesting, and I try not to get too obsessed with the news, although I do watch it. And they feel like their rights are being taken away, and they want to go get their hair cut. No one's saying that you can't get your hair cut. You can go to Target and grab a nice sharp pair of scissors and get a box of Clairol, and you can come home. You can even sit in the middle of the street and say, hey, look at me, I'm getting a haircut. Nobody cares. No one's going to stop you. I hear a lot of people talking about their First Amendment rights are being taken. And I actually kind of, just for the fun of it, looked up the exact verbiage to the First Amendment. So I'm going to read it so I don't get it wrong. And it's, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging of freedom from speech or of the press, or the right of people peaceably to and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. It was peaceably to assemble. Sorry, I missed that part. So if we look at those words, freedom of speech, nobody's telling anybody they can't talk about this or say what they think about it, whether they hate it, they think it's a hoax, whether they think it's stupid, no one's telling you that you can or cannot say something. You can write about it if you want. No one's telling you can't assemble, just they ask that you don't do it in large groups. Or if you are in a larger group, to maintain a safe distance. I saw a protest of nurses, by nurses and doctors, and they were gathered 6-10 feet apart, just holding signs, not talking to each other or yelling, but they were protesting, and you're allowed. This virus spreads exponentially. So, and what that means is it spreads very quickly, and many of us have been out of algebra for a while. So just to let you know what exponentially looks like, if 3 people, let's say you're at a protest and you are there's maybe 100 people, odds are that maybe 3 of you have it. So those 3 people will then maybe infect 3 other people. So that just increased exponentially, okay, because it's 3 to the second power, or like a second tier, if you can think of it like that. 3 times 3 is 9. So now those 9 people go out and they go to the grocery store, they go get their hair cut, they go visit their parents, and then they go to church. They could realistically each infect 3 people, let's say. I'm just using that as an example. That's my fear, that is how that's going to play out if we're not careful. Not saying not do anything, I'm just saying be careful and mindful of each other. And we're not taking away your freedom of religion. I know some people are very upset about church services being canceled and not being able to go to church on Easter, and that was hard for everyone I know in my church community. But I'd rather be safe than infect people in my church. And Christians, we sometimes get in trouble because of this, because we say one thing and then maybe we do another. But church is not the building. And people think if I can't assemble in that building, then I'm not having church, or you're taking away my right to practice my religion because I'm not allowed in the building. It's not the building. Jesus didn't give his sermons and say, hey, you know what? Let's take a minute and go into this building. Because really my sermon and my words and my teachings are not going to be as poignant or beneficial if we're not in the building. Okay? It's not like that. The church is the people. You can hold church. You can come and hold church in my backyard. Just don't stand too close to me. It doesn't have to be in your traditional building. It can be all together when you're watching it online. You can call your friends and you can put everybody on Zoom and you can watch it together. Things just look different, but nobody's trying to take that away from you. So I just want us, when we think about what we want and the inconveniences we have, I think we need to try to consider others and consider, let's go back to the Declaration of Independence. Each person is entitled to, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I want to be healthy. I want everyone I come in contact to be healthy. I have the right to pursue happiness, which is to be healthy and be with my family and be with a loved one who is sick and not have to look at them through a window, or think of a loved one and they get taken away at the ER and that's the last contact you have with them alive. I don't want that. And we have the right and we have the obligation to keep each other healthy. And it stinks. Absolutely, it stinks. I look at this virus and it's indiscriminate. It does not discriminate based on race, gender, age, locality, economic status. It doesn't judge. It doesn't judge at all. And maybe we should act a little bit more like the virus. Maybe we should go out and reach people, every type of person, not discriminate against other people based on their race or their gender or their socioeconomic status or where they live or the job they have or their nationality. Wouldn't it be amazing if we approached others like that and we didn't discriminate? And of course, I don't mean to act like the virus and go kill someone, but kill them with kindness, maybe. Let's try and rethink this. Let's take some lessons from the way it behaves. Okay, let's not discriminate against people. Go out and kill people with kindness, and try to be just try to be more real and more caring. And yes, you want to go to the salon, but why do you want to go? Is it because of your vanity and you want your hair not to be gray? Trust me, I'm there with you. I'm there with you, and part of it is absolute vanity. But I miss my hairdresser. I miss my stylist. She's amazing. I want to know how her kids are. I want to pet her dog. I want to talk to her. The relationship I have with her is what's important to me. Not that I don't have any more gray hair. Although, again, I'm with you on it, but it's the relationship with her that I miss. So maybe if we just start thinking about, I know it's talked about as a non-essential business sometimes, but the people in it are essential. And they're essential to those around them, and they're essential to their families. And instead of looking at the service they provide and missing the service, try and rethink that. Is it the service you miss, or is it the people? And if it's truly the people that you miss, we want to keep those people safe, and we will be able to see them soon. And all those people out there, I miss and love you. And I truly can't wait to be together again, but I want it to be when we're healthy. And let's all just, act like COVID and go viral. Go viral with good and go viral with love and kill people with kindness. Let's try that virus and see if it takes hold. Okay, everyone be safe, be healthy, and we'll see you soon.
That's our time. I hope you enjoyed our show. Remember to wash your hands with soap, then use sanitizer to fight off germs. If you have a story you'd like to share, visit us on Facebook or Instagram. You can also check our website at lifestylesofmaryland.org. And remember, help, hope, and transformation begins with you.